What do being crew? It's your boy Savon Thomas, back with another episode of Coffee and Comments. Today we're going to review the movie Dune. Was it good? Was it bad? Let's talk about it. But first, let's take a sip. Welcome back, Bean Crew. Again, this is the review of the movie Dune. This movie came out a couple years ago. It's been on my watch list for a little bit now. I wanted to go see it in theaters, but never got around to it. Saw it on Netflix, and I was like, you know what? It's finally time for me to watch this movie. And it did not disappoint. So for those that don't know what Dune's about, first off, it stars Timothée Chalamet. Also has Zendaya in it. Also has Jason Momoa, Oscar Isaac. A lot of good actors and actresses are in this movie. A lot of stars. And it's a sci-fi film. So if you like sci-fi films, you're going to love this movie. If you don't like sci-fi films, you're not going to enjoy this movie. But there is a lot of action in it as well, so you might enjoy it to some extent. It's a very, again, sci-fi movie. And if I went into like a deep explanation of it, it might get a little bit nerdy, honestly. But overall, this family, Timothée Chalamet's character's family, is now in charge of Arrakis, which is this planet that has a spice that has made a lot of families wealthy because it like basically helps their ships like hypercharge, and it helps like they can't survive without this spice on this planet. So the emperor of whatever universe or whatever that we're in right now is basically tells his family to go on there, but it's all a plot, all a big setup to murder this family, which is crazy. And so overall, Timothée Chalamet's character is kind of like this. I don't want to call him like they're trying to make him like Jesus, but he's this deity character to where he can like see things. Like he has visions. He's like this natural person. They're talking about like this character of like kind of like Neo, the Matrix. Like there's little like intricacies within this movie where it's kind of revealing that he is the one, if you want to call him that. And so like there's this battle. People die. I don't want to get too far into the weeds of this movie, but overall, it's a very good movie. There's a lot of action. There's a lot to the plot. That's why it's tough for me to like explain all of it. If I sat here and explained this entire movie to you, that'd be the entire review. It'd be 10 minutes, right? But overall, this movie is like good action, good fighting scenes, betrayal. All the actors in this movie do a great job of portraying their characters. And my biggest thing is like Zendaya's in this movie a lot, but she's not really. Like her character is shown, but she only has like, I don't know, maybe like 5 lines in this movie at the end of the movie. And so like when you see the trailer, when you see the posters, you're thinking like Zendaya's character is like this main focal point, and she is, but she doesn't have like talking lines in the first movie. Now in the second movie, I'm sure because they've introduced her character now, she's gonna talk more and we'll get to know her character more. But it was so interesting to me, like watching this movie. I thought Zendaya's character would show up earlier in the movie. And she did. Again, they show her character often, but it's like she doesn't have any talking lines because she's not really introduced until the end, right? When he gets introduced to the Freeman. And so I love this movie. I'm a big nerd. I love sci-fi movies. I love, especially when they have good action too, like good fighting scenes. Things flying back and forth, things exploding. I enjoy that kind of stuff, right? And so I thought this movie was really good. I gave it an 8.9 out of 10. I added to my Dark Roast list for sure. I'm excited more to see Dune 2. Because my plan was to watch Dune before Dune 2 came out. So that when Dune 2 came out, I'd go watch that in theaters. But with SAG and everything going on with the strike, that got postponed. But now I'm even more excited for March 2024 when Dune 2 comes out. Because now, I mean, some people watch this in 2021. They have to rewatch it. For me, I'm fresh. I can go watch it in the theaters in March. I might rewatch it again because it was a good movie. But I'll go watch it in theaters in March. And so we're even more excited for Dune 2 and to see what happens with everything that went down in Dune 1. So that's my thoughts. Check it out. If you guys have seen the movie, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. What you're excited for in part 2 if you've seen the movie as well. But as always, like the video. Subscribe to the channel. We appreciate you guys for tuning in to the episode of Coffee and Comments.